Breathe better and sleep deeper with the Levoit Classic 160 Top Fill Humidifier. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description to get your Levoit Top Fill Humidifier on Amazon today and enjoy a healthier, more comfortable home.
Welcome to Wildfire Watch News. I'm your host. Arizona's wildfire threat is looming large, and it's time for immediate action. Wildfires have devastated the Los Angeles region, leaving thousands of structures destroyed and countless lives altered. The state of Arizona must confront an uncomfortable truth. We could face a similar catastrophe, and our risk increases yearly. The threat isn't limited to remote wilderness. Across Arizona, communities have expanded into wildland-urban interfaces, areas where residential development meets natural landscapes. These regions contain dense vegetation that becomes dangerous fuel during prolonged droughts and extreme heat. Population growth and strong winds further complicate both prevention and emergency response efforts. Despite these escalating risks, Arizona remains dangerously unprepared for a large-scale wildfire. Our emergency response capabilities fall far short of national standards. While fire services should respond within 4 minutes 90% of the time, Phoenix's average response time is more than 9 minutes, double that benchmark. An unacceptable delay when seconds can mean the difference between life and death. The state's chronic underinvestment in fire services reached a critical juncture in 2022 when voters rejected Proposition 310, a sales tax proposal meant to create stable funding for fire districts. This defeat left more than 140 fire districts statewide struggling to maintain basic services. The consequences have been severe. Station closures, worsening personnel shortages, and compromised emergency response capabilities. This crisis affects everyone. When districts can't respond, neighboring municipalities must step in, straining the entire emergency response system. Our political leadership has long acknowledged these challenges, but has failed to implement meaningful solutions. As a career firefighter and the president of the State Firefighters Association, which represents more than 8,000 first responders, I've repeatedly joined other fire service representatives in urging the legislature to address these systemic funding shortfalls. Their inaction leaves Arizona communities increasingly vulnerable to catastrophic wildfires. Recent events highlight these dangers. The 2020 East Desert and Ocotillo fires nearly devastated Cave Creek, and only coordinated efforts from multiple departments prevented widespread destruction. Since then, Arizona's population growth has increased demand for emergency services, while resources remain stagnant. A similar event today could prove catastrophic. The threats we face aren't theoretical. Arizona's history includes the devastating Rodeo Shadisky fire of 22, which consumed nearly 500,000 acres. And the tragic Yarnell Hill fire of 2013, which claimed the lives of 19 members of the Granite Mountain Hotshots crew. These events demonstrate the terrible cost of inadequate resources and preparation. To protect our communities, Arizona must prioritize investment in fire service infrastructure. This means reconsidering the objectives of Prop 310 and exploring new funding models that can sustain both fire districts and municipal departments. Public safety cannot be treated as a discretionary expense or a budget item to be minimized. The cost of inaction isn't just economic, it's measured in lives disrupted or lost. As firefighters, we're problem solvers, responding to every call for help despite personal risk. Arizona's political leaders must now demonstrate similar dedication to protecting public safety. We've spent years discussing these challenges. Now we need action. Without immediate steps to strengthen our emergency response capabilities, the consequences will be devastating. Stay informed with Wildfire Watch News as we continue to bring you updates on this developing story and other breaking news in Arizona's wildfire community.